Now we are discussing about agricultural videos. In that today we are discussing about vermicompost. It is also one type of fertilizer, that is vermicompost is the product of the decomposition process using various species of worms, usually red wigglers, white raw worms and other earthworms, to create a mixture of decomposing vegetable or food waste, bedding materials and vermicast. Next point is vermicompost a wet fertilizer? In the present review, vermicompost is described as an excellent soil amendment and a biocontrol agent, which make it is the best organic fertilizer and more eco-friendly as compared to chemical fertilizers. Vermicompost is an ideal organic manure for better growth and yield of many plants. Next point is what is worm compost used for? Using worm compost, the compost What is the worm compost used for? Using worm compost, the compost can be directly mixed with your potting soil or garden soil as a soil amendment, which helps make nutrients available to plants, or the compost can be used as a top dressing for your indoor or outdoor plants. You can also make compost tea with your compost. Next point is which is better, compost or vermicompost? Vermicompost compared to traditional compost is better because of its higher nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium content and its ability to improve soil structure and increase its water holding capacities. Next point is what is the advantage of vermicompost? Following are the important disadvantages of vermicomposting. It is a time consuming process and it takes as long as 6 months to convert the organic matter into usable forms. It releases a very full odor. Vermicomposting is high maintenance. Should a vermicompost is mixed with soil, ideally vermicompost. Next point is should vermicompost can be mixed with soil. Ideally, vermicompost is added in soil mixture during potting of a new plant. 1 part garden soil, 1 part cocoa peat and 1 part vermicompost. That means 1:1:1. All three are thoroughly mixed and added to the pot. Next point is vermicompost good for all plants? Vermicompost has a profound effect on plants. It boosts the nutrients available to plants, helping seeds to germinate more quickly, grow faster, develop better root systems and produce higher yields. That means more flowers or fresh fruits and vegetables. And next point is does vermicompost expire? Vermicompost can be stored for 1 year without loss of its quality if the moisture is maintained at 40% level. Vermicompost is rich in all essential plant nutrients. Next point is how long is vermicompost good for? You can store the vermicompost for 6 months to 1 year depending upon the method of storing. Next point is what are the 2 types of vermicomposting? There are 2 major methods of vermicomposting, that is vermicomposting in bin and vermicomposting in vermicompost pile. Next point is what are the benefits of vermicompost? In fact, vermicompost can enhance soil fertility physically, chemically and biologically. Physically, vermicompost treated soil has better aeration, porosity, bulk density and water retention. Chemical properties such as pH, electrical conductivity, and organic matter content are also improved for better crop yield. Next point is use cow dung better than vermicompost. Use cow dung better than vermicompost. Biocompost is considered as the main ingredient in organic farming. It is rich in nutrients. Next point is how much vermicompost is needed for 1 acre in agriculture. Apply vermicompost at the rate of 3 tons per acre. And next point is to mix vermicompost with equal quantity of dried cow dung. Dried cow dung only. And next point is use vermicompost better than urea. Vermicompost exhibited better result in above parameters in comparison to urea. V. Mango showed increased value in comparison considering V. radiata in case of organic, inorganic fertilizer treated as well as control sets. Next point is, can I mix vermicompost with cocoa peat? A well-balanced mixture of cocoa peat, vermicompost and neem. It acts as an excellent soil medium and can completely replace mud or can be mixed with existing mud. Next point is, does vermicompost need water, moisture and oxygen? Make sure that your bin is always consistently moist like a damp sponge, but never soaked or with standing pools of water. For the most part, the food you give your worms will be very high in water and will provide them with all the moisture they need. And next point is, what is the mixture ratio of vermicompost? A ratio of 2:1 vermicompost coir mix is recommended for container grown Swiss chard greens. Next point is price of vermicompost 20 kg and is what is 999, that is around 1000 rupees. The price of vermicompost of 20 kg is 1000 rupees. And next point is, can vermicompost replace fertilizer? Vermicompost is an organic fertilizer, has ability to produce some essential nutrients and supporting plant growth compared with chemical fertilizers. Use of the right amounts of vermicompost as an important source of nitrogen and its replacement for urea will guarantee soil quality and health for the future generations. Soil health is also good for the future generations. How many worms? Next point is, how many worms do I need to start vermicomposting? Play it safe. Start slow. Half LB per square foot. Worms are not cheap. So I had much rather see a new bee start a new worm bin with about half LB per square foot. For red wigglers, this is 2 LBs are about 1600 to 2000 worms. For European night crawlers, 2 LBs will equal about 600 to 800 worms. Next point is, use vermicompost better than urea. Vermicompost exhibited better result in above parameters in comparison to urea. V. Mango showed increased value in comparison considering V. radiata in case of organic, inorganic fertilizer treated as well as control sets. This is the information regarding vermicompost. So vermicompost is the healthiest and organic fertilizer for agriculture and horticulture and for every type of vegetables growing also. So it is successful and it is recommendable to all to do likewise with vermicompost. Wishing you all the best.